Hi, this is Tim Dahlmeyer, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about coachability and coachability tests. In the world of coaching, there's this term called coachability, and it's important because it depends, is somebody coachable or are they not? That's subjective, and I want to get back to that point, but just to introduce this idea, and it probably will be a shorter video than the others that you've seen, but I just wanted to approach this subject because a lot of times when you're starting to work with your coach, the coach is trying to determine if you're coachable or not. It's almost like the coach, well, it is, and again, a good coach is going to interview you. A good coach is going to accept you into their program rather than the other way around. Because a good coach is going to determine, can I coach this person? In the coaching field, we call it coachability. And I say that it's very subjective. I don't really believe, well, I would imagine there are some people that are just not coachable. But I think the majority of people are coachable, but maybe not for that coach. So that's why I'm really of the belief that coachability, for the most part, is subjective. And the reason I want to make a video like this is because there's a lot of coaches out there, and if you're a coach and you're watching this, take this into account and maybe change some of your practices or this one practice, and that is a coachability test. I've seen coachability tests out there, and there's many different ones out there. I've used them in the past, and a lot of it was, well, this is just the system, and this is how it works. But have you ever read through one of these? If you're a coach, really, seriously, read through it. If you're a client, you're reading it. One of the things that is going to strike you about any kind of a coachability test is that it's basically all of the questions are leading questions. They're going to be asking you questions that are going to try to lead you to an answer, or will you're going to look at them and say, well, of course I take direction. It's subjective, and you're looking at yourself, well, of course I'm going to commit to the program. Well, of course I'm going to prepare myself for each session. And that's what a lot of these questions are. Will you come prepared to every session and do your homework and things like that? Well, of course you're going to answer yes. I mean, you'd have to be stupid to grade yourself low on any of them. So coachability tests are leading. They're bullshit. There's nothing in them. And I've seen a lot of them. I've even seen a couple that are supposedly from a college or a university. It's really all the same thing. They're basically leading questions that have answers that, unless you're an idiot, you're going to answer them the way that they should be answered. Maybe they give you, a lot of them are, 1 to 10, 1 is feel indifferent or feel very negative about it, 10 feeling very positive in that direction, and depending on the question, you'll know which ones. And sometimes there's some people that never answer the 1 or the 10, it's always in between. But you know what I mean. They're bullshit tests. There is no such thing as a coachability test. And really, coachability has to do with the individuals. It has to do with the coach. It has to do with the client. If there's trust between the two, if there's a good relationship that's been established, then the coaching can go forward. If there's resistance on either side, if the coach looks and is very judgmental about the client, and has already decided in their mind, I can't coach this person, maybe there's a personality conflict, I don't know, then it's not going to work out. Same thing on the flip side, if the client is talking or is looking at the coach and saying, I can't work with that person, well, then that relationship is not going to work either. And it has nothing to do with coaching. It has nothing to do with coachability. It has to do with the relationship between these two individuals. And that's what coaching is really, and I don't mean to contradict what I said in my previous video about what coaching is, but coaching is all about a relationship between two people, the coach and the client. That's really what it is. And it's a very personal, it's a very powerful relationship. And if the relationship gets or started off on the wrong foot, it's not going to go anywhere, and it's not going to be a good relationship. So that's really what I'm saying. Forget the coachability tests; they're worthless. What is needed is a good few conversations between two people, and sitting down and talking to each other and figuring out, can we work together? Can this person who's professionally a coach, can this person help me accomplish what I'm trying to do? If the answer to that is yes, can I trust that person? Do I feel comfortable with that person? Can she look at me objectively? Can she push me to accomplish what I didn't think was possible? Can she help me break through these barriers that I have set up for myself? And a lot of times you're not even thinking that because you don't even know that you have them. But if the answer to all of those is yes, then that relationship is going to work, and coaching with that person is the right thing. If it's not, then the best thing to do is find somebody else. So that's my whole thing about coachability. Avoid the tests, get to know the person. Thank you. If you have any more questions or would like more information about coaching, visit my website, which is yourbiz.coach. YOURBIZ.coach. Thank you.